Hey guys, this chilling story was sent to me by Eli from the dusty backroads of West Texas. He's a former state trooper who swears up and down that every twisted bit of this went down back in the early 2010s, right around the time he was patrolling those endless highways. It's got ghosts, corrupt badges, and some straight-up nightmare fuel that'll have you double-checking your mirrors on your next road trip. All right, let's get into it. So, I'm Eli, a highway patrol sergeant back then, posted up in the wide-open stretches of West Texas along that old coastal route snaking between the Panhandle and the borderlands. Loved the gig. Quiet nights under the stars, no city chaos. Grew up in a cramped house in Amarillo with 13 siblings crammed in like sardines. Home was a zoo, so I'd crash at my post just to catch some Z's. I'd even cover shifts for buddies if they needed a night off, especially after midnight when traffic died down. Park the cruiser, lean back and snooze till dawn. Did that for 2 solid years without a hitch. Then one night, routine as ever, I conk out hard. Wake up to tapping on the passenger window, like fingers drumming. Jolt upright, scan the dark. Nothing but scrub brush and empty blacktop. Heart pounding, I mutter a quick, "Screw this," and lock the doors, figuring wind or a coyote. But sleep's gone. I'm wired, replaying it in my head. Then, tap, 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 on the driver's side. Lean over, and there's this woman, plain as day, in a long black coat, hood up. No car in sight, miles from anywhere. This stretch is pure desert, no towns, no lights. I hop out, hand on my holster. "Mum, everything all right?" She doesn't flinch, just stands there, eyes shadowed. "Please, officer," she whispers, voice raspy like she's been yelling. "My husband and kids. Our truck broke down in the dunes. They're stuck, can't get out. Help us." No vehicle nearby, but duty calls. That's what we're out here for, stranded folks on these godforsaken roads. "All right, hop in. Show me where." She slides into the passenger seat, points east into the nothing. "This way, just past the ridge." Big mistake. I peel out without radioing dispatch. Protocol's clear. Log every move, but I'm half asleep, figure it's quick. We bounce over gravel, deeper into the wastes, her directions getting vaguer. "Almost there! Turn here!" Crest a hill and bam! Ancient rusted pickup, half buried in sand, like it's been rotting since the 70s. Doors jammed, tires flat. "That's it," I say, killing the engine. She nods, slips out. I follow, flashlight sweeping, no one inside, just dust and cobwebs. Turn back. She's gone. Vanished. Wind kicks up, sand stinging my face. "Hey, lady!" Nothing. Heart hammering, I circle the truck. Empty. Backtrack 50 yards. No footprints but mine. Radio crackles. "Unit 7, where the hell are you? Report in." My LT, Zeke, stickler for rules. Got a call. Stranded motorist. False alarm, heading back." Lie, but what else? Gun the engine, floor it. Then, out of nowhere, a massive black coyote bolts across the headlights. Swerve hard to miss it. World flips. Cruiser rolls 4 times, glass shattering, metal screaming. Blackout. Come to in the ER, arm in a sling, shoulder wrecked. Docs say I dodged death. Airbag saved my bacon. But that woman? Why me? Why drag me out there? Zeke storms in. "What the hell, Eli? You ghosted your post, wrecked a unit. Spill or you're done." I lay it out. Woman, truck, vanishing act. He laughs, cold. "Ghost stories. Save it. Smugglers, maybe. You covering for runners?" Accuses me of moonlighting with border crossers, using night shifts to wave 'em through. Bull. But no proof either way. My word against his ambition. Zeke's gunning for captain. He'd frame his grandma for a bump. They slap me with a transfer. Disciplinary, to some nowhere outpost in the Chihuahuan Desert, 800 miles east. Fine me for the cruiser damage. Monthly bites from my check. Month to pack. Families gutted. Siblings throw a barbecue send-off. Hit the road at dawn from Amarillo. GPS guiding through scrub and nothingness. 8 hours in, sun baking the dash, headache splitting my skull. Pull over at a ghost of a rest stop. No shade, just heat shimmer. Nap in the seat till dusk. Wake groggy. 8 p.m. Roads dead silent. No headlights for miles. Shake it off. Fire up the engine. Glance in the rear view. Trunks wide open. Bags gone. Uniforms, gear, everything swiped clean. Footprints trail off into the brush. Human, but weird. Toes mangled, like missing digits. Follow 'em 60 feet to a ravine drop-off. Shine my light down. Something darts behind a mesquite, upright, furry like a man-thing. Not coyote. Heart stops. Bolt back to the car. Peel out. GPS glitches. Dirt track ahead, unmarked. Push on. Abandoned hamlet materializes. Crumbling shacks half sunk in sand, like a bad western set. Spot a figure by one, tall guy in rags, staring at the ground. Headlights catch his eyes, yellow glow like a wolf's. Slips inside, gate all wrong, hunched, loping. Floor it past, road ends at a rusted detour closed sign, faded 20 years. Backtrack, tyres blow on potholes but make the highway. Gas up at a lonely station, thank my stars. Chat with a trucker. You napped on Demon's Backbone? That's Ghost Road, shut down 25 after wrecks. Folks see lights, shadows, things that ain't human. Chills. 300 miles left. Push through, eyes peeled. Roll into the outpost at sunrise. Big base with airstrip, but vibes off. Low morale. Dusty barracks. Crash in a motel, sleep 15 hours. Wake starving. Town's dead after dark. Shops shuttered. Spotlights next door. 3 border patrol guys, Jamal and crew. Bond over chow. Turns out they drove the same haunted stretch. Jamal. Month back. Mirror shows a woman in back. Gone when I turn. Kid apparition blocks the road next. Nightmares ever since. Echoes my crap. Laugh it off, but inside? Screwed. Next day, report for duty. Old warehouse for gear. Spiderwebs, stale air. Grumpy quartermaster. New meat, huh? Disciplinary? Snorts at my uniform request. Haven't cracked this tomb in 4 years. Last guy? Transferred for issues. Fits me for spares. Baggy, needs tailoring. Points to a seamstress, old Lady May, in a ghost village 50 miles out. Only one who'll fix it same day. Head out at dusk, endless flats to a mud hut cluster, like stepping into the Dust Bowl. General stores chained, rusted shut, decades old. Creep through, folks mill about, kids play, men jaw on porches, timeless, eerie. Ask 3 geezers for May's place. Last shack, end of the row. Teen boy answers the door, 18-ish, drags my bag inside, slams it. Wait outside, and wait. Sun dips. Village quiets, houses go dark. Pound again, no answer. Bail? Too late. Boy reopens. Mum wants you. Inside. Damp cave, mouldy walls. He leads to a back room. Uniforms everywhere. Mine tailored perfect. How? She shrugs from shadows, veiled. Fits like a glove, always do. Grab it, pay, bolt. Spot my name tag on a hanger. My stolen uniform. Heart races. That's from the nap heist. Slip out. Her limp mirrors the ghost woman's. Boy grins at the door, eyes wrong. Predatory. Village empties, shacks hollow. Gas it. Tires spin in sand. Back at base, nightmares ramp up. First shift, 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. on that road. Buddy relieves me, smirks. Godspeed, rookie. Park, pray. Dusk prayer, sudden chill, legs buckle. Blackout, wake to licking on my cheek, hot, rough. Stumble to cruiser, splash water. Mirror, cheek flayed raw, blood pouring. Bandage it. Coyote? Worse. Clock says 10 p.m. 7 hours left. Bore myself silly, cruise slow. Spot the abandoned car again. Same spot, doors ajar. Approach, teen boy hunched, black coyote at his feet. Exact replay. Radio for backup. No can do, handle it. Off-road in the 4x4. Stones pelt the rig like hail, cracking glass. No throwers in sight. Swerve back. Boys running parallel, grinning, floating almost. Haunt confirmed. Demons. Floor it to base. LT choose me out. Abandon post. You're done. Court-martial. Destruction. Dereliction. Framed as smuggler ties. Zeke's echo. 3 years inside. Family shattered. Prison. Seizures. Visions. Chaplain exercises. Black sludge from my gut. You pissed off a spirit. Killed its vessel, that coyote. Flashback. Weeks before the woman, stoned in Amarillo, kicked a stray black dog to death. Revenge. Cleared after a month. Exonerated. Discharged. New life. Desk job in the city. Scar on my cheek. Reminder. Treat strays kind now. World's full of things that bite back. Zeke. Promoted, but karma's coming. If you're out on those lonesome roads, watch the shadows. They watch you too. Phew, that one's a doozy. Gave me chills typing it up. If it kept you hooked, smash that like button and sub for more real deal nightmares. Drop your own road haunt stories below. I'll read 'em all. Catch you next time. Drive safe out there. Hey guys, this twisted family saga was sent to me by Silas from the foggy hollers of rural West Virginia. He's a guy who grew up in those narrow valleys outside Charleston, and he swears every creepy corner of this went down back in the summer of 2011, right after he finished high school. It's packed with buried secrets, a flood that drags you into hell, and a mountaintop manor that's straight out of your worst inheritance nightmare. Buckle up, this one's gonna linger. So, picture this. I'm jawing with my cousin Abdullah in the dim hallway of Grandma's old, creaky farmhouse, the kind of place where the floorboards groan like they're telling tales of their own. We're knee-deep in some dumb argument about who gets the last slice of apple pie when, crash, something shatters behind me, echoing out from one of the side rooms like a bone snapping in the quiet. I figure it's my little brother Fard or Ali messing around, knocking over a lamp or whatever. Heart thumping a bit, 'cause the house always feels too big and empty at night. I ease the door open slow. And bam, the shock hits like a gut punch. All right, rewind a bit so you get the full picture. You know how summer breaks drag on forever when you're a kid? Back then, ours stretched 4 months easy, swallowing up holidays and lazy days. That's when we'd pile into the family truck and haul ass down from our cramped apartment in Huntington to Grandma's spread in the backwoods of the Smoky Mountains. Think winding dirt roads, hollers so deep the sun forgets to show up, and that thick, misty air that clings to your skin like regret. Her place was this rambling 3-story beast of a house, divvied up into separate wings for when the whole clan rolled in. Cousins from Pittsburgh, aunts from Philly, uncles trucking down from Baltimore. We'd swarm it like locusts, turning the quiet into chaos. Me? Name's Silas, fresh out of high school that year, buzzing on that freedom high. Dad taught history at the local junior college in Huntington, so summers meant escaping the city grind for Grandma's. Mom, bless her, didn't have much family left. She was an only child, cut off from her roots early. But Grandma, she treated Mom like blood, better than her own daughters sometimes. We'd load up the truck till it groaned, clothes, coolers stuffed with sandwiches, board games for the drive, and hit the road south, windows down, radio blasting old country tunes. Dad was quiet that trip, fidgety behind the wheel, like he was chewing on bad news. Mum clocked it quick. "What's eating you, hun? You ain't yourself." He hemmed and hawed, then spilled. Him and a couple teacher buddies were jetting off to Bali for the break. 2 weeks of beaches and RR to shake off the school year burnout. Mum's face fell. Back then, whispers flew about folks skipping town for adventures that ended in heartbreak. "You leaving us? After all these years?" Dad swore it was innocent, just a recharge. She stewed the whole drive, arms crossed, staring out at the blurring pines. We pulled up to Grandma's at dusk, that big house looming like a sentinel against the ridge. Hugs all around. Grandma Sadie, sharp as a tack at 80-something, with her wild silver hair and stories that could curl your toes. Uncle Hank, Dad's baby brother, lived there full-time, keeping the place from falling in on itself. He was single, in his 40s, the quiet type who fixed leaks and chased off raccoons. The house was split, our wing on the second floor, aunts and uncles claiming the others when they trickled in. Dad tried sweet-talking Mom over pie that night, but she was ice. Next morning he vanished to the airport in Asheville, bag in hand, promising calls every day. With Dad gone, the rules loosened. Mom couldn't wrangle us three all summer solo. Me, 17, Abdullah, 15, and little sis Riley, 9, had the run of the woods. The village was a speck, handful of clapboard shacks, a general store that closed at sundown, and trails snaking into the hills like veins. No malls, no Wi-Fi hotspots, just fireflies, creek swims, and ghost stories by lantern light. Uncles and aunts would show over the next week. Uncle Seth from upstate New York with his boy Fad, my ride-or-die cousin, thick as thieves since diapers. We even shared a wet nurse back in the day, making us milk brothers for life. Week 1 was bliss. Barbecues on the porch, hollering at fireflies till midnight. But curiosity's an itch that won't quit. One morning, over coffee on the veranda, I cornered Grandma Sadie. First time we'd chatted one-on-one. "Nana, you ever miss the old days? This place feels like it's swallowed secrets." She chuckled, eyes distant. "Born right here, boy, in this very house." I pressed. "Her folks?" Turns out Grandpa, her dad, had 4 wives, 9 sons total, tough mountain folk, loggers and moonshiners scraping by in the hollers. Sadie was the only girl from her ma, the runt of the litter. 9 brothers? Where they at? Dad never mentioned." Her face clouded. "Don't ask, child. Each went his own way. Last I saw 'em I was 17. Decades gone." Boom. Family bomb. 9 uncles we'd never heard of. I grilled Uncle Hank later. He shrugged it off. "Heard whispers, same as you. Ma says they scattered after Grandpa passed 30 years back. Why dig up graves?" But that seed? Planted deep. Who were they? Why the blackout? Days blurred. Rain hammered the tin roof. Creeks swelled to rivers. Power flickered out one stormy afternoon. Mum shoved cash at me. "Candles from the store, quick." Half-mile hike, easy peasy. Rounded up Abdullah and Fad. "Come on, boys. Adventure time." We splashed through the yard, laughing, till the flash flood hit mid-crossing. Water surged like a freight train, yanking Abdullah under. I dove in, Fad right behind, his swimming chops from summer camps saving our asses. Current dragged us half a mile downstream, slamming Abdullah into a boulder. Leg gashed bad, skin peeled back, blood mixing with mud. We clawed to the bank, Abdullah wailing, "Get me home!" Hills hemmed us in. No signal, no trail. Fard scouted, "Side path through the pines, leads somewhere." We hoisted Abdullah, limping into twilight. Night fell like a curtain. Howls echoed. Mountain cats, or worse. Stumbled into a ghost hamlet. Stone cabins half sunk in vines, roofs caved like broken teeth. No lights, no smoke. Abandoned since the Depression, maybe. Whispers of wind through cracks, shadows twisting. "This place gives me the creeps," Abdullah whimpered. Pressed on through a narrow defile, emerged in a clearing, sheer cliffs boxing us. Then, flicker. Up on the ridge, a pinpoint glow like a lantern winking. Someone watching. We hollered till hoarse. Nothing. A boulder tumbled. Golf ball sized but close enough to spook. "Run!" bolted blind, Abdullah hobbling between us. Hours later, store lights, blessed beacon. Owner locked up. Banged till our knuckles bled. No dice. Lame-legged trek home. 2 miles of switchbacks. ghosts nipping at our heels. Burst in at midnight, family in hysterics, lanterns waving. "Where have you been?" Mum shrieked. We spun the tame version. Splash fight gone wrong. Bandaged Abdullah's gash. Nasty, but no break. Bruised shins mostly. But that hollow. Burned in my brain. What was up there? The flicker. Who? And why'd it feel personal? Week later, more kin arrived. Aunt Lila from Baltimore with her boy Ali, 16 and all restless energy. "This burg's a snooze," he griped. "Let's explore. Real explore." Fair jumped in. Abandoned spots everywhere. Bet there's junk worth swiping. Abdullah, leg still tender, begged off. Me? That itch again. Remember the flood hollow? Let's hit it daylight, solve the mystery. Dusk prayer at the creek, then we veered off trail, me leading, maps sketched from memory. Pines thickened to jungle, thorns shredded our jeans. Hit the ghost town at noon, cabins cleaner than they should be, no trash, no rot. First shack, open trunk, faded overalls, a rusted .38 slug. Pocketed it. Souvenir. Next, half burrowed into the cliff, rooms like a rabbit warren, light dying feet in. Fard yelped from a side chamber. "Guys, check this!" Pried a warped plank from the wall, staircase spiralling up, carved into stone. Pitch black. Ali sparked his Zippo, flames danced on the rough-hewn steps. "To the Ridge Manor?" Fard grinned. Abdullah bailed. "You're crazy," hunkered outside. Up we went, air thick as soup, walls slick with damp. Midway, 4 more slugs scattered like teeth. Faded denim scraps, 30 years old. "Creepy," Ali muttered, but pressed on. Top, barred door, same plank style, kicked it loose, hinges screamed. Into the manor, grand hall, dust-choked chandeliers swaying like hanged men. Boarded windows, pried one free, sun slashed in, gilding velvet drapes moth-eaten to rags. Furniture intact, mahogany sideboards, clawfoot tubs in alcoves, worth a fortune at auction. "Jackpot," Fard whispered. "Split up, bad call." I poked a bedroom. Drawer ajar, yellowed papers, county clerk stamps dated 1974. Will, Grandpa Elias's scrawl. Assets, mines, timber rights, this very estate. Heirs, 9 sons, and daughter Sadie. Half to her, rest split even. Sadie, Grandma, 9 brothers, the ghosts from her tales. Stash 'em, evidence, holler for the boys, no answer. Panic rises, hallway shadows stretch, floor creaks underfoot. Ali's voice echoes. "Silas, over here!" Dash to it, empty antechamber, but a low tunnel yawns. Zippo leads, ossuary. Skulls stacked like cordwood, 8 total, bullet holes in craniums, chains rusted to femurs. Massacre site. Fard's cry, muffled, pained, from deeper. "Help!" Tunnel branches. Choose left. Dead end. More bones, fresh-ish, scatter. Backtrack. Right fork. Fard, rigid as a board, staring at a throne-like chair. Skeletal throne. Full frame, shackled wrists, skull grinning through 45 casings. "It moved," he rasps. Eyes wild, saw the killer's ghost. "We gotta go." Rope the plank shut, flames lick it free. Descend. Sunset paints the ridge blood red. Below, Abdullah, frozen, staring up. "How?" Grab him. Down the stairs. Manor seals behind, plank reseats like magic. Village, eerier now, cabins breathing. White figure on the ridge, watches, waves. Bolt, thorns tear, lungs burn. Donkeys? 4, eyes glowing, ears pinned like demons. Freeze, they melt into mist. Home at dawn. Collapse. Family frenzy. "Where's Fard? Ali!" Spill. Manor. Bones. Vanishing axe. Uncle Hank grabs keys. "Cops and search team, now!" Hour later, 4 locals, flashlights blazing. "Never heard of that ridge," one mutters. Hike in. Manor looms, windows blind. Up the stairs, Hank reads the will aloud. Sadie's half stolen, brother's shares vanished. "Elias knew, Clark's copy sealed it." bust the ossuary door. Fard, catatonic, chained pose, snaps to, sobbing. The white man, shot 'em one by one, for the gold claims. Skulls, 8 brothers, bullets matching Grandpa's old service revolver. Massacre for inheritance. Elias dead, 30 years, Will buried. 1 brother lived, Otis, the snake. Hank. Call the sheriff, feds too. Dawn raid, feds swarm, bones bag and tag, DNA clocks 'em. Sadie's brothers murdered mid-70s. Otis, mining baron now, mansions from Charleston to Miami. Court hauls him in, silver fox, cool as ice. Will's ironclad, half Sadie's, stolen clean. They scattered, he smirks. Feds press, bodies? No idea. Cracks under sodium lights, lured 'em to the manor, family meet, plugged 'em for the deeds, buried the will, claimed it all. Sadie, flawed, forgoes blood money, demands justice. Otis swings, lethal injection, 2013. His empire? Reverts. Sadie gets zilch, donated to wildlife trusts. But nephews? Timber rights fund colleges. Manor, sealed, tourist trap foiled by access. Locals whisper brothers keep, ghosts of the greedy. Riley grew up, we scattered, me in Pittsburgh engineering, Abdullah coaching hoops, Fard ranching. Sadie's gone since 14, heart attack, peaceful. Village, ghost town now, folks fled after the digs. That summer, best and worst, blood ties severed, secrets unearthed. Inheritance ain't just cash, it's curses you carry. If Grandma's manor calls, run. Hugh, Silas's tale's got layers that'll haunt your hikes. If it gripped you, hit like sub for more backwoods chills. Share your family phantoms below, I'll shout 'em out. Stay curious but not too much. Later. Alright y'all, buckle up. This one's a wild ride, straight from the dusty back roads of my life. My name's Riley, and this story comes from my buddy Silas, who grew up in the foggy hollers outside Charleston, West Virginia. He swears this all went down back in the summer of 2011, right after he graduated high school. It's a twisted tale of family drama, creepy small-town vibes, and a place so eerie it'll make your skin crawl. I'm just gonna dive right in, no fluff, 'cause this is over an hour of pure, unfiltered weirdness. Let's go. So, I'm pacing behind this rundown gas station in the middle of nowhere, heart pounding like a jackhammer, scared out of my mind. The air's thick, the kind of quiet that makes your ears ring. Then, bam, I hear it again. That same haunting wail, like a kid crying, the exact sound I heard back at the motel. Only this time it's close, too close. I'm spinning around, eyes darting left and right, trying to pin it down. I glance at my truck's rear-view mirror, and, holy hell, the shock hits me like a freight train. Okay, let's back up so you can wrap your head around this. My name's Silas, just turned 18, fresh out to high school, living in Huntington, West Virginia, with my folks and my brothers. Our family's tight, all crammed into a little apartment, but man, it's a pressure cooker. My dad's a history prof at the local junior college. Mom's a saint who holds it all together, and I'm the middle kid, stuck between my older brothers, Jake and Ethan, and my little sister, Riley, who's 9 and a total firecracker. Growing up, summer meant freedom. 4 months of no school, just running wild. But home? It was a battlefield. See, Jake and Ethan, my big brothers, never got their act together. No jobs, no hustle, just mooching off the family. Me? I landed a gig right out of high school, teaching assistant at a middle school in Huntington. First one in the family to pull a steady paycheck. But here's the kicker. Dad expected me to bankroll my brothers. I'm talking handing over half my pay to keep them in beer and video games. And gratitude? Forget it. Not a single thanks. I'd bite my tongue out of respect for Mum and Dad, but it wore me down. Years of this, and it got worse. They started acting like my money was their right. If I held back, they'd badmouth me to our parents, calling me selfish, stingy, whatever. I hit my breaking point. I couldn't take it anymore. I'm 27 now, and I'm done. I started thinking, I gotta get out of here. Leave the apartment, leave Huntington, leave the whole damn mess. Problem is, my job's in Huntington, so I'd need a transfer to somewhere far. Real far. I'm working at this middle school, teaching kids who barely pay attention, and I'm itching to bolt. One day, I'm in the staff room, sipping burnt coffee with another teacher, Mike. I bring up the transfer idea, half expecting him to laugh it off, but Mike leans in, eyes lighting up. Man, I've been thinking the same thing. Get out of this town, head to some nowhere spot. You know they pay extra for remote postings, housing stipends, travel bonuses, the works. That's when the idea sticks. Remote postings. More cash, less family drama. I'm sold. Mike tells me it's easy. Just go to the principal, file a transfer request. There's always some podunk town desperate for teachers. He says these places are tiny, barely a speck on the map, with spotty services and maybe a dozen folks living there. Sounded perfect for a guy like me who craves solitude. I'm not big on family reunions or crowded barbecues. I'd rather hole up in my room, door locked, till my head's straight. That same day, I march into Principal Johnson's office. He's a no-nonsense guy, glasses always sliding down his nose. I lay it out straight. My brothers are driving me nuts. I need out of Huntington. He doesn't blink. Fair enough, Silas. Your call. He hands me a form, name, ID number, the usual. Then there's this other paper, a waiver. Says I agree to whatever assignment they give me, or I'm out of a job entirely. No backing out. I hesitate, palms sweaty. Where the hell could they send me? But I'm desperate, so I sign, trusting fate to sort it out. 2 months pass. I almost forget about the transfer, figuring it's stuck in some bureaucratic limbo. Then one morning, I'm clocking in at school, and Johnson calls me to his office. Good news, Silas. Your transfer's approved. I'm stoked. Freedom, finally. But his face. It's grim, like he's sending me to a war zone. He hands me the paperwork, and I scan it. The location? Some place called Black Hollow, West Virginia. Never heard of it. I look at Johnson. Seriously? This place? He shrugs. Only school with an opening. Every other district staffed up. You signed the waiver, kid. You're locked in. Report there in 3 days or you're done teaching. My stomach drops. Black Hollow? Sounds like a ghost town from a horror flick. I try to argue, but Johnson's firm. Your new principal's expecting you. Don't screw this up. I leave his office, head spinning. Back home, I break the news to Mum. Her eyes go wide. Black Hollow? Silas, that's bad country. Don't go. I tell her about the waiver, how I'll lose my job if I bail. She's scared for me, but I brush it off. It'll be fine, Mum. Maybe it's quiet. I need quiet. That night, I pack my bags, heart heavy. Dad pulls me aside before I leave, slipping a small pocket knife into my hand. Keep this close, he whispers, his voice weirdly intense. I nod, climb into my beat-up truck, and hit the road. It's a long haul, 6 hours, maybe more, through winding mountain roads into the deep boonies. Black Hollow's near the Kentucky border, a nowhere spot in the hills. I'm driving, lost in thought. No radio, just the hum of the engine. 4 hours in, I'm beat. My eyes are heavy, and my head's foggy from overthinking. I pull into a gas station with a little motel attached, figuring I'll crash for a bit. The place is a dump, flickering neon sign, gravel lot, and a stale smell hanging in the air. I rent a room by the hour, collapse on the bed, and plan to nap for 2, maybe 3 hours. But I crash hard, waking up at 9 p.m. Disoriented, I realize I slept through the whole day. The motel's dead quiet. Too quiet. I grab my keys, head out, and notice the gas station's deserted except for one guy dozing by the pumps. Dogs are barking somewhere, and the darkness feels alive, like it's watching me. I get this bad vibe, like I'm the only soul for miles. Shaking it off, I hop in my truck and peel out, glancing back at the station. It's eerie, too still, like it's been forgotten by time. I keep driving, but the road's pitch black, no moon, just my headlights cutting through the void. I pat my pocket for Dad's knife. Gone. Must have left it in the motel. No way I'm turning back. The road gets rough, turning to gravel and dirt. A sign pops up. Black Hollow, 25 miles. I'm doing 70, but the darkness makes it hard to see. Suddenly, the truck lurches. I hit a dirt patch and nearly lose control. I grip the wheel, steady it, and thank God my truck's built for rough terrain. I stop to check for damage. None, thankfully. Back on the road, I spot lights in the distance. Black Hollow. It's tiny, maybe 10 or 15 buildings, curved around a single street like a horseshoe. A school sits at the back, its front light flickering. The houses? Dark, empty, like nobody's lived there in years. One street lamp glows in the centre, barely lighting the place. It's creepy as hell. I pull up to the school to confirm it's the right one. The sign reads, Black Hollow Middle School. Yup, this is it. But the emptiness bugs me. Where are the people? The kids I'm supposed to teach? As I'm about to get back in my truck, I notice a shadow moving behind the school's glass door. My heart skips. It's late. Nobody should be here. The shadow gets closer, hand on the door. I'm ready to bolt when the door swings open, and a guy calls out, Hey, who are you? Never seen that truck before? I freeze, then explain I'm the new teacher. He relaxes, flashes a tired smile. Oh, you're Silas, right? Name's Noah. I'm the school's night watchman. I'm thrown. How does he know my name? He says the principal tipped him off about a new hire. Okay, fair, but something's off. I ask if anyone lives here. Noah shakes his head. These houses. Empty for years. Folks left long before I got here. I press him. Why are you here then? His voice drops, heavy with something dark. Life, man. Had no choice. He's from out of state. Took the job 2 years ago, 'cause he was desperate. Says the place gives him the creeps, but he's stuck. I push harder. What's the deal with this town? Why is it abandoned? Noah hesitates, then spills. He came to West Virginia looking for work. No papers, just hustling. The principal offered him this gig. Guard the school, live on site, decent pay. But the empty houses? He asked the principal once, and the guy shut him down hard, threatening to turn him in for being undocumented. One night, Noah heard noises. Laughter, kids playing, coming from one of the houses. But it was dark, no lights, no people. Another time, late at night, he swore he heard students in the school, like it was daytime. He checked every classroom. Empty. This place ain't right, he says, eyes haunted. I hear stuff all the time. Sometimes see shadows moving. Nobody else lives here,
My
Silas.
head's spinning.
Just me.
Kids from nearby towns bus in for school, he says, 'cause this is the closest school for miles. The teachers, they commute too, living far away. I'm floored. I thought I'd find a cheap apartment here, but Noah points me to a motel 30 miles out, the closest lodging. I'm starting to regret this transfer. I ask Noah about the school's vibe. He looks at me, dead serious. You'll see things, hear things. Just keep your head down and do your job. I drive to the motel, a dingy place called the Starlight, next to another gas station. The lot's got a few new trucks parked, which gives me hope. Maybe some normal folks around. I check in with the clerk,
a quiet guy named Raj. He says the rooms are empty, which confuses me because of the trucks.
Border Patrol, he explains. They park here, take buses to their posts, come back weekends. Great. I'm alone again. He hands me a key for room 6, second floor. The hallway smells like old trash, like something died and nobody cleaned it up. I ask Raj about it. He shrugs. Been like that since they built this place. Nobody knows why. Room 6 is tiny. Bed, bathroom, that's it. I drop my bag, lie down, but sleep won't come. Every time I close my eyes, I hear noises. Creaks, like someone's moving in the next room. Raj said I'm the only guest, so I chalk it up to nerves. But then I feel it. A presence, like someone standing at the foot of my bed. I snap my eyes open. Nothing. I'm wired all night, barely sleeping. Next day, I drive 75 miles to grab food. There's nothing near the motel. I stock up at a supermarket, enough for a month, and head back. I'm stuck here. It's the closest place to the school. That night, it happens again. Same noises, same feeling of being watched. I go to the bathroom, splash water on my face, and glance out the window. There, on a rock outside, is a guy. Same guy I saw on my way into Black Hollow. Messed up face, eyes blank like he's blind, but he's staring right at me. I slam the window shut, heart racing. Is he following me? I decide to wait till morning to start work, but I can't shake the fear. Around 3 a.m. I hear it, a kid crying clear as day, coming from the hallway. I wait, thinking it's a traveller's kid, but it doesn't stop. I crack my door, peek out. The sound's coming from room 10, door slightly ajar. I creep down the dim hallway, the crying getting louder, then softer, like the kid knows I'm coming. I reach room 10, push the door open, and it's empty. No furniture, just dust and that trash smell, worse than ever. On the wall, old photos, faded and yellowed. Bedouin-looking folks, probably locals from way back. One's dated 1912. I stare at it, and my blood runs cold. The guy from the road, the blind-looking one with the crooked mouth, he's in the photo. Same face, same creepy vibe. No way he's 130 years old. What the hell's going on? I rip the photo off the wall, stuff it in my pocket, and head back to my room. The crying starts again, now from my room, room 6. I sprint back, but the door slams shut before I reach it. My key, my stuff, everything's inside. I bang on the door, nothing. I run downstairs to find Raj. He's gone. The whole motel feels abandoned, like I'm the last person on earth. It's freezing, the kind of cold that sinks into your bones. I circle the building, looking for that guy. Nobody's there. But then I notice 3 other rooms have their lights on. I swear they were off earlier. I see a shadow move in one, but when I check, it's empty. I'm losing it. Back in my room, the door's somehow open now. I grab my stuff, ready to bail, but in the bathroom, I see it. A huge handprint on the mirror, way bigger than mine. I'm done. I grab my keys, bolt to my truck. It won't start. Too cold. I'm cursing, trying for 20 minutes when it finally roars to life. It's 3:30 a.m. I decide to head to the school, find Noah, wait for my shift. Problem is, I forgot the way. I drive blindly, dirt roads twisting through the dark. Then I hear it again. The kid crying, right outside my truck. I glance in the rear view, and there's the guy from the photo, walking behind me, keeping pace with a kid next to him. I floor it, not looking back. I drive too far, end up at a chain-link fence with a no trespassing sign, some military zone. No guards, no help. The man and kid. Gone. I turn back, praying I find the school. By some miracle, I do. I park, yell for Noah. He opens the door after what feels like forever, eyes bloodshot like I woke him from a coma. I'm shaking,
spilling everything, the crying, the man, the photo. Noah laughs, but it's hollow.
Silas, that's nothing. I've seen worse. Get out of here while you can, or you'll lose your mind. As we're talking, the crying starts again, inside the school. Noah doesn't flinch. Hear it all the time, he says. Sometimes it's a woman sobbing. I check the classrooms. Nothing. I'm done. I need answers. I storm into the principal's office. He's a mean-looking guy, eyes like a snake. What do you want, Silas? I play it cool, say I'm just checking in. He brushes me off, tells me to prep for classes. I head to the assistant principal, Ahmed, who's way nicer. I ask about the principal. Ahmed shuts the door, voice low. Stay away from him. He's bad news. I push for info on the town. He hesitates, then spills. 200 years ago, a local family clashed with outsiders over land. The outsiders won, slaughtered the family, men, women, kids, right here in Black Hollow. The survivors were enslaved, then killed off. A few escaped, but their story barely survived. The bodies, buried all over, nobody knows where. When the state built houses and the school, people moved in, but they heard things. Crying, laughter, kids playing at night, shadows in empty houses. They fled, and nobody's lived here since. Even teachers and students commute from far away because it's too creepy at night. I pull out the 1912 photo. Ahmed freaks, tells me to hide it. I ask about Noah, how he's stuck here. Ahmed says it's not his call, but warns me not to talk about this with the principal. I'm trapped, signed that waiver, can't transfer without quitting. I decide I'm done. I wake Noah, tell him we're leaving. Pack your stuff. I'm taking you to Huntington. Screw this place. He's hesitant but agrees. We wait till the school's empty, load his gear in my truck and head out. I need to grab my stuff from the motel first. When we get there, it's a nightmare. The motel's burned to ash, smoke still rising. The truck's in the lot. Charred wrecks. Raj is gone, no trace. I'm freaking out. What caused this? Noah's quiet, too quiet. We drive toward Huntington, and he starts telling me his story. Rough life, running from trouble, stuck in Black Hollow. I feel for him. We stop at a gas station to refuel and grab snacks. I leave Noah in the truck, run inside. When I come back, he's gone. His stuff too. Only thing missing, that 1912 photo. Did he take it? Was he connected to that creepy guy? I search, ask the gas station workers. Nobody saw him. I drive back, looking for him, but he's vanished. I'm alone, scared, wondering if Noah was even real. I head for Huntington, heart pounding, expecting that man or the crying kid to pop up. Right before the city limits, there he is, the guy from the photo, standing in the road. I panic, swerve, and hit something hard. The airbag deploys, my bumper's trashed. I stumble out, expecting a body. It's just a black dog, dead in the road. No man, no kid. I'm shaking as I call 911 and my brother Jake. Cops and an ambulance show up. Jake takes me home. My family's shocked. I wasn't even gone a week. I tell them everything, say I'm quitting teaching. Mum's furious, says she'll drag me to the Board of Education herself to resign. Next day, I do. My resignation's accepted in a week. That was 2004 or 2005. I'm 47 now, still in Huntington, jobless, haunted by that week. Every weird noise, every shadow. I'm back in Black Hollow. I just want to know what happened to Noah. Hope he's okay. He didn't deserve that place. So that's my story. Don't make my mistake. Family can drive you nuts, but running off to some cursed nowhere, not worth it. Stick it out, ignore the drama. Every house has its fights. If this creeped you out, smash that like button, sub for more, and drop your own spooky stories in the comments. I'll give 'em a shout out. Stay safe, y'all, and
and don't go chasing ghosts. Peace.